Hello and welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the RDA. This is your Manchester United vs Real Sociedad match reaction in which the game ended in a dull, null. Kind of what I expected. In fact, I was almost spot on with my score prediction. I said a 1-0, Twanzebe got robbed by his own, I'm not going to abuse Lindelof, but by his own teammate. And yeah, dead game. And we are
What
yet...
actually happened there? I wasn't
Yeah.
focused, so I didn't really
Let's just say
capture that.
Lindelof
majestically
flew,
through
not
there.
even he flew into the sky. It was the highest I've ever seen anyone jump, and he just
He
knocked
first stopped the
someone
defender's
out.
head, yeah.
Yeah, he needs someone to the head.
Tried it so gracefully and then just
It was
beat
so
the guy
like he
right.
jumped so high, it looked fake. That's how high he jumped. So
was
I don't
beautiful.
understand why you can't jump like that when we're defending. But anyways, we will be analyzing this dreadful game. We'll be giving these players, because the other players really didn't do anything to get ratings. So yeah, we'll be doing all of that. Match reaction. If you are new, subscribe, smash a like, comment down below who's your man of the match, all that good stuff. But yeah, boys, how do you have to say about that stinkfest of a game?
Yeah, you put it right there. It was a stinkfest, ballfest. It was horrible to watch, really. Like I was on my phone through it. To be honest, I can't deny that. It was
Yeah,
boring.
no. We were all talking on the group. It was that type of game.
Yeah, and look at the start. I have to give the Sociedad. They started pretty well. Like they did better than I thought. I thought they were gonna be as horrendous as they were in Italy, but no, they looked the better team, to be honest, for the first 20. Once again, I think that problem is final product. They just don't have it for some reason, and they missed the penalty horrendousness. Like I don't know what the dude was doing.
He tried to do a Bruno
You can't
in his
do it.
backyard.
He did.
Zoltino.
And
Zoltino.
shocked. Like, you can't do that when you're 4-0 down. If I was a manager, I would have subbed him off.
So,
Not like
the crazy thing is,
God.
supposedly the commentator said he hasn't missed one in his last 16 penalties. So I was like,
I heard.
bruh,
Zoltino just built different
No,
players, don't
he's
you?
built different. The
Only-
juju is
Only
built
Bruno,
different.
only Bruno scores penalties at Old Trafford.
Exactly.
No one else. But yeah, no, we were poor, really. And second half, it just got worse, in my opinion. I don't think it got better. I think Sociedad became lost in a little, and we just kept being side to side FC. Really, nothing going forward. And I feel like they might be a problem brewing for us in terms of creativity. Like Ole needs to find a way to patch up, because we're seriously missing Paul Pogba right now. And I feel like when Donny van de Beek comes back, he needs to integrate him back into this team, because I feel like we might suffer because Bruno's tired. He still gets something in here and there, but I feel like he can't carry the load like he did at the start of the season. He will have off games as he had over the last few months, and I feel like we need both Pogba and Bruno and Donny giving a shift in this team, because we won't be able to do it with just Matic, McTominay, and Fred, because it's all side to side. Especially in the second half, I didn't see anything constructive going forward, and yeah, we're not going to win anything doing that. So it was pretty poor from us, to be honest. But I guess the only positive is that we went through, and hopefully we can pick up in the next round.
I think that's somewhat fair. In the first half, I do think Sociedad were all over us. It looked like they were going to get a goal, and the pen came. It genuinely looked like it was lights out. It was about to happen. We're going to lose 4-0 at Old Trafford, and we're going to cry and don't know how to recoup from this. It just wasn't good, and then it just somehow ended up with the... Yeah, it ended up without a bang, sadly.
I'm sorry.
That's the sad part. It ended up without a bang. You can get one of those in the game tonight. But yeah.
Yeah, man. Unorthodox lighting.
It works. But yeah, for the rest of the first half, it was very much two teams just trying to counter each other. Nothing too crazy coming from either side, really. It was the peach of a ball from Bruno onto Dan James' head, though. That was fantastic. Dan James, shortest player on our team, is winning headers. Bones pick with Cavani and Martial.
James.
Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, James. DJ said he's the future. He's going to take number 7 when Cavani leaves next year. He's going to be beautiful.
We need Sancho.
No, we don't. We don't need
I'm
Sancho.
not
We have
gonna
Daniel
say. I'm
James.
not gonna say anything. But yeah, anyways.
And the second half, um, the wholesale changes were just very weird, a bit frustrating in my opinion as well, because we just started makeshifting everything, and I
Yeah, look
think
at this.
that's
Look at this.
yeah, exactly. It was
What is
very
this?
similar to that, and it was chopping and changing from that in the second half. That was more or less what we were doing, and we had no set idea on what to do until Shota and Diallo came on. I really felt this team was so confused with every little thing that they were doing, but so was Sociedad, admittedly. They had nothing that they could do as well. So, as much as I can complain about us, our position was technically also nullified during that time. But I really, really hated that we started Bruno and then we took him off, and then we played a mixture of Mason and Martial in that 10, and then they both looked confused at times. Or even Martial, I hate Martial on the 10. We played him there once before, and he's so dreadful because he gets nothing done there. He's not a 10. And again, we saw it tonight. We saw him struggle in that position. And then as soon as Shortai comes on, takes that 10 role, we just suddenly see a completely different play. Marshall almost scores a goal at the end of the game. And then Diallo gets some dribbles off. It looks like we're actually pushing forward again. We have some structure. And it's just frustrating to see that he couldn't see that at half time to bring on the youth that's going to energize this team. And instead, he's going to break the system in hopes that, Axel at DM is going to be everything we need going forward. So that was a bit disappointing. And the sub also goes the same way for Aaron and Williams. Again, I would have liked to see Williams start the game, see it through, instead of just why are we going 45 minutes? Not like we needed him. He didn't offer much. And so it's an unnecessary risk that we shouldn't be taking on players that we're playing 90 minutes week in, week out and relying on very heavily.
Okay.
I'll be honest. This game was so dark, I didn't even notice Axel hit a DM. I won't lie to you guys. I didn't notice.
This
It's
man was
news to
playing
me.
box to box, basically. Don't worry. There's even more advanced because you have
Hey,
Matt.
was I tell you what, was there really isn't much to analyze. It was just a makeshift and a half team. And yeah.
There's no balance in this midfield. It really bugs me. It really
Oh,
does. Because
that isn't a midfield. I don't know what that is.
no, sorry. In general,
Oh.
our midfield is not balanced. Because when Pogba's playing, sure, that's the template. Pogba box to box,
Don't
Bruno, and then a sitter. But then he just messes it around. Sometimes two sitters, too much responsibility on Bruno. And I feel like we should try and match that template as much as possible. Play Donny there as much as we can. I know Donny's not fit right now, but he won't. He won't. He's going to do this thing when he plays these two CDMs, and we're going to be our attackers are going to be starved, and it's might be a problem.
Yeah, but one thing I have to say right now is Matic is starting to come into his own slowly but surely. The past few games he's slowly built up and slowly built up, just like how Matic does. And again, he does look really good going forward at times. I really do think Matic is our most creative midfield
That's
player
true.
and majority of our midfield when Bruno isn't there. When Bruno isn't there, I look at Matic for creativity immediately. That man was outside of the box for quite a few attempts. I felt he was pretty creative tonight, and he always does his job defensively. He's not a slacker despite his age. He's just working really hard and getting a lot done in this team.
I really like Matic for them, so
Here it is, though. I feel like he does that from time to time when he gets the license, but I do feel like he is still more of a sitter. So
Yeah,
with that in mind, should we be playing Matic as the box and just let
no, we
Fred
definitely
sit?
shouldn't. But in this current situation, I think now it's a great time to do it when we don't have another centre mid available. But when we do have our template available, I fully agree with you. We should be playing a Donny or a Pogba,
yeah, it's
100%.
Donny or Pogba. No one else really.
But
But
if the
now
situation is like now, I like the
without
Matic right now.
without the injuries, without the injuries, do you think it should be something he should be recognizing and saying do it more often, or do you think he should rely on Scott doing it, which I think he will?
Yeah, I think he probably will turn to Scott and go, you do that. But even when I do see that Matic and Scott, I can look at Matic and see the creativity, whereas Scott's just bombing forward. It's just a very different thing, and I guess creativity is a bit of a niche nonetheless. But I'm looking for those long balls. I'm looking to see that vision. I'm looking to see him creating an opportunity, linking up play
Good
well. And
football.
that's what Matic does, and he does it well. He reads the game very well. He's had a lot of experience, and I'm comfortable relying on him for some creativity, but he should never be the primary aspect, especially not Manchester United. I think I would laugh at you if you had told me Matic was our main creative outlet this season at Manchester United. It's a joke to think that, because we should be relying on the Donnies of this world, the Pogba's of this world, and just anybody else, not that Matic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I won't lie, boys.
Has there been any talk on how severe Donny's injury is? Because I feel like
No,
it's
no.
He's not really saying
dark cloud.
much.
He doesn't say anything about
going on?
Donny. He doesn't care about Donny. He's not interested in Donny.
Much
Yeah.
for both the injuries. It's very frustrating.
So, we don't know.
Okay, true. But I feel like we've gotten a figure into the pocket and floating around.
Yeah,
Donny
Pogba
is
is
just like-
back in training on the grass.
Yeah.
On the
You might
grass.
even ask yourself, is Donny really injured? I'm not. a
As
conspiracy theorist,
soon as Donny was injured, I asked myself the same question. Injured. That's exactly what I said. Injured.
Injured.
Yeah.
He's injured.
But hey, it is
insane.
what it is.
Whenever he has to play, he kind of has to.
The
play
irony
he's
is the
injured.
perfect time. Like Ollie has no other choices now. He had to pick Donny from the year on now, and now all of a sudden Donny's injured. He's injured. Yeah. But anyways, exactly.
He's switching.
But anyways, boys, yeah. Let's get into these player ratings, because boys, yeah, that game is gonna put me to sleep. Starting with Dino, man had nothing to do. Literally, the pen skied. He really did, even the other shot that hit the bar, he was never gonna save it. He one shot on target, he kind of fumbled it, but he still got it. I like, same thing with Dino, always commanding. That he doesn't get bullied in his own box. So I'm just gonna give Dino an average 6, to be honest with you.
And Sociedad need a target man. They need a Benzema. If I'm being outrageous, they need to just give
They actually
40
took off their
million to
target man.
Madrid.
That's the thing. They took off their target man at half time. They subbed them all.
Still,
I
though,
think-
It's probably
I don't
there's
think it's
no
good
hope.
enough.
The manager's probably like, there's no hope with just.
Oh yeah, just for reference, just so you know what I'm talking about, just to be clear, he's the man that got turned by Bailly with the Cruyff turn.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
to be clear,
Man,
so you can paint pictures.
yeah, because they need someone who's gonna score the goals for them. Because they build up nice, but then 18 area, nothing. And yeah, because of that, Junior Henderson chilled today. He had nothing to do really. So yeah, I'm gonna. Man keep the clean sheet. He's been keeping clean sheets in Europe. So to be nice, I'll say 6.5.
Yeah, I fully agree with the rating. I'm gonna match it as well. It was a clean sheet. He did what he had to do, I guess. Didn't concede the pen. So I mean, it's fine. It's fine. It's decent.
Intimidating.
Nothing serious.
Intimidating.
He was very intimidating. I said it to Shoni before we went live.
I want Dino to play as well, but I can't go this far. I refuse to go that far.
Yeah. 100% pushing it. It's
Exactly.
fine.
But anyways, tell us again, guys. I'm just gonna give him a 6 because honestly I don't know what Tellez gives me besides a good backup to Luke Shaw, an average backup to Luke Shaw. So yeah, 6.
To be honest, the only thing I remember Taylor's playing was taking that free kick early on instead of Bruno. And I was like, why isn't Bruno taking it? That's it. I saw nothing else, to be honest. Maybe I'm being harsh, maybe Clay can tell us, but I don't remember anything. So I'm going to agree with Joe. Because it didn't concede average performance, I would have given you 6.
Yeah, again, today I didn't really watch hers that just closely today. It was a boring game. It didn't feel like many of our fullbacks got too much of the ball. So it wasn't too much to really base it off of. But Tez did offer just a little bit going forward. It looked like he was actually willing to link up a little bit. I think he had a nice link up with Matic at a point. It was really good going forward. And again, he had next to nothing to do defensively. I saw Januzaj like a whole one time and then he got subbed off. So I guess he did his job at the same time. So I do want to go for the 6.5. Just a little bit above average.
6.5. Yeah, tell us all I'm going to say is summarize in a nutshell. Good backup for Luke Shaw. But Luke Shaw is okay.
Back up.
This guy was the dawn of our defense. If he's fit, the team is different. Built different, this team. If he's not fit, or if he doesn't get picked, yeah, we are shambolic at the back. But this man, he will come through with these Cruyff turns. He's playing out from the back. He is, I don't know what he is. He's our Superman at the back actually, and probably contender for man of the match. So I'm gonna give by a 7. I'm not going to go over the moon, but I'm going to give him a 7. But he's not my man of the match.
I guess
I'm
he
going to give him
can't.
a 7. He's probably tired.
I guess you can't use Superman because Superman's indestructible. Right? I'm trying to think of a superhero who gets injured.
Oh, there's no superhero that gets injured. Otherwise, it would really be a superhero, wouldn't it?
I am injury man. I'm
They must
constantly on the
They
sidelines.
must be. I'm gonna find them and I'm gonna bring it back to you guys. But I agree with the 7. You know, the recovery pace was there. He made Bailly look like a decent centre back. Not Bailly. He made Victor Lindelof look like a decent centre back. He's Bailly, and yeah, I just loved his performance all around. It's what he does whenever he's to be fit enough. There's been periods where his fitness has been in question and he just looks like a disaster. But over the last few, he's been really good when he gets a chance. And I really like Bailly. I really do. And the problem with this guy, he's just a waste of talent. He really is. I think if this guy could be fit, he'd be one of the best centre backs in the world, and I mean that. So, yeah, I like to agree with the 7.
I think Bailly definitely put in a performance today. I think both the centre backs were really solid today. No issues that I was ever like, oh my gosh, they're about to get turned.
No calamities. No calamities. Yeah.
Yeah, because both our centre backs tracked back fantastically today. I really have no issue with either of them. But they both did the job fantastically today. So yeah, I'm agreeing with the 7. It was a good job from both of them.
Yep. And now, just to touch it on and repeat it with Victor. Great. I'm gonna knock down 1 though, because of that one save goal. Boy, I don't know why you can't jump like that when we're defending. And honestly, it pissed me off. You don't understand how happy I was when Twan Xavier scored that goal. Not for me, not for United, for Axel. So yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, 6.
So good. You need one man. You need one man.
You need one man in the head after jumping 2 meters in the sky. I didn't even blame him that much. Like, his eyes were on the ball. I was like, that's not a foul. But anyways, I'm salty.
He did try to score, so I can't fault him too much for that. And defensively, yeah, you know, he did his thing. He complimented Bailly well. Never anything extravagant, Victor Lindelof. Was just good in a positional sense and just covers all his ground and didn't really struggle defensively against Sociedad. So I'm going to repeat the 7.
Yeah, I fully agree. Again, I love the magic flying. I can't get over that image in my head. I just love it so much. But yeah, it was fantastic. Yeah, I just thought the defenders were great today. So yeah, 7.
Yeah, straightforward. Now this guy, I won't lie, this guy's giving me heart attacks after heart attack. He should have been sent off. I won't even lie to you. Brandon Williams should have been sent off today. And I wanted him to start. I really did want him to start today. But after that performance, thank God he didn't start today. I'll be honest with you boys. I think he was probably, by far the worst player on the pitch. And he wasn't even on for that long. Calamity for me. Brandon Williams, goodness, I don't know what has happened to this kid. But he's in the bin. He's in the bin for me. I don't know. I don't know anymore. So I'm just going to give him a 5. To be honest, I thought he was shocking. Below average.
Yeah,
Lucky boy. Lucky boy.
What are we going to call it? First season bounce or youth player bounce? I don't know what to call it.
It's the youth. You know, it's the ignorance of youth. That's what it is. Ignorance of youth. We gas it up, you know.
But in general, I just feel like that form he showed when he came. Like, I don't know where it is.
Also, I don't even know. Also,
it looked like we're a really good player who's going to be backup for Shaw. We've gone so far.
I said he's going to even take Shaw. I was like, he's going to take Shaw's spot, and now, wow, look what it's led us to, Wes.
Yeah, but maybe because of that, there's some potential. But today, didn't even know it. To be honest, what did he do? As you said, defensively, he was all over the place. Doesn't really do much going forward. So. I agree with your 5. What else can I say?
Yeah. The main thing that we have to look at tonight is he should have gotten a red card. He should have gotten a second yellow. This kind of dries that right now. He had like 3 or 4 really bad fouls that easily could have gotten a second yellow.
He's very aggressive.
Yeah. There's very unfair, I think, the first yellow card because it was his first challenge of the game. It was just straight up yellow and put him on ice, and then he just didn't care. He just kept on going to his tackles. He kept on fighting for that ball. He did not want to give up for 1 second, which is something I do like. but he was just reckless. That's the issue. It's just that real recklessness that we don't need. And again, I do want to just say that I do think this kid still has talent. I do want to say he has
He
potential.
just can't be at United. He needs to go out.
No, I do think he could stay here.
I would
but
never keep him.
it's game time right now. I fully agree. He needs a loan out right now, and then I would
That
keep him.
makes-
I want
that
him
makes
to
sense.
a loan in the championship.
it.
Just have a nice year.
Yeah, he
Just
needs
go
to have
good away.
he needs to have that Twanzebe year. That's what he needs to have.
Yeah, he needs to have a good year. Go win promotion with the side. Go do something like that, and just regain some confidence. Because I definitely see the passion. I see the drive. I see the work rate. I see all of that.
The aggression.
But today it was just completely misplaced. Because every time he went forward, I could see this man taking one too many touches, give the ball away immediately. Every single time he went one-on-one to defend, he lost possession. And I hated watching it on that right-hand side. It was very frustrating. So, as much as it was a poor performance, I do still see that talent in him, and I do still see the potential in a United shirt. But I definitely don't think it's at left-back anymore. I do think he's looking a lot more dominant on the right than he did at the end of his left-back tenure. So yeah, I'm agreeing with the 5 today.
Yeah. Young Brendan.
Does he still play for the other 20?
No,
I assume he
yeah,
does.
fine.
The
So,
man
like, he
hasn't
just
that
trains
game.
with the-
He literally, yeah,
He just trains with the first team.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why he's not playing well. Because he doesn't get game time.
He's literally getting nothing. Right?
That's what I'm saying. He needs to go somewhere, I think. He does have to go.
Yeah,
The
there was a
funny
loan
thing
for
is-
Southampton that was lined up in the window. They wanted him, and we said no.
Yeah. Newcastle as well, but you know how United is. So.
The funny thing is, we're running Aaron into the ground, and we could be giving this guy game time.
Exactly.
It's true.
All he
This
needs
is
to learn to trust
perfect
someone
game
who
to
plays.
just straight up rest Aaron and play Williams. It was
Yeah.
simple as that. And we should have.
And the thing is, like,
Yeah.
now it's late to bring him into the team. You know, now it's late. Now it's like the business end of the season. Should have been done a long time ago. So, it is what it is.
And
Matt?
injuries are starting now.
Yeah, exactly.
Bad time for us.
Exactly. Bad time for us.
If Bruno gets injured, guys, I'm done for the season.
I'm also
I'm
done.
not coming on the show
I'm
anymore.
also done with the team when it gets injured. Nemanja Matic. Also, I think contender of man of the match. I thought you were solid. I did think he's probably our most creative midfielder today, which is shocking, absolutely shocking. But I liked Matic. I don't want him to be, I don't expect him to be like Bruno. But I always said I like Matic when he does get into certain positions and does try to help us out. So yeah, I really liked Matic's performance today. I thought it was probably his best performance this season in a United shirt. So I'm gonna give him a 7.
And I think I'll give him man of the match, and I'll agree with Clay's point. The difference between him and McTominay just runs, and sometimes it works. He'll just overlap Bruno and get in the box. With this guy, he gets in those areas, and he seems quite intelligent about it. He make the right pass, and the footworks today was really, really good. And we've seen that in the past before. So yeah, no, I really liked his performance, and I agree with the 7 man of the match.
7.
But not much competition for man of the match, to be honest. Like,
I mean, I genuinely fully agree with that. There's no competition in my head. It's him and the defenders, and yeah, it's going to Matic because he was basically almost progressive. So yeah, I'm gonna just push him a little bit over and go for the 7.5.
7.5. Man of the match.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep, no complaint with the message. I really liked it. Solid, composed, experienced, creative wise. He set up 2 tap-ins basically. Unfortunately, we didn't get anything from the game. But I tell you who did supposed to get something. This little boy named Axel wanted. It's a fantasy story about him playing at CDM. Today he played at CDM. And to be honest to Axel, spot on today. I can't fault his performance.
Yeah.
He has, because he's a centre back, he's never going to really put a foot wrong, that much wrong at CDM defensively. So he did. His passing range was actually quite impressive. And the header, he needs to teach Maguire and Lindelof how to score headers. Because that header was a bullet. And that deserved the goal. And to be honest with you, I do think Matic was great today. I do think Bayer is too today. But for all you pagans who have been appeasing Twanzebe, I'm giving him man of the match today. And I thought he was brilliant today. So I'm going to give Axel nothing too mad. 7 is my man of the match. And I love him. I honestly do love Axel Twanzebe. He would be a bigger part in my team if I was in charge of Manchester United. Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
what does this mean, though? Axel playing in CDM, from the Ole point of view.
Just a piss take,
Is he
to be
looking
honest.
to play?
Just a piss
Is he
take.
looking to play Axel there?
Nah, I think it's just a piss
How do you
take.
do that with someone's career? I'm giving you game time, but I want to play you in the wrong position.
Yeah, no, but that's how actually is. He played him at right back even. All he has said, he can play centre back, right back, and CDM if he has to. So
that's ridiculous, because I feel like you must give him game time in the position he wants to excel in. And
it'd be great if he was a DM for us. It'd be great, easy solution if he was.
If he was a DM, yeah, great. You know, who needs Ndidi? But yeah, I don't see it. I didn't really see much of it today. Maybe if we saw him get tossed into a Premier League game for once, I don't know, and see how good he is in that position. But I do feel like centre back is probably his best position, and yeah, I'd like to see him being played there. None of this mix and match. But he did have a decent game coming on. Nice header. It was going to be a nice goal, and I'll give him a 6.5.
Yeah. One thing I can say is I do think Axel could make a decent DM. I think he's
got
a
the
lot
speed,
of training.
He's got the physicality.
That recovery pace alone is going to save us so many times. How often have we
He's
gone?
a player. I'm telling you, I love Axel. Yeah, I love Axel.
Like I just feel like this would be his position in this team right now. It makes a lot of sense, and I don't know why we haven't really looked at it before.
Yeah,
but it should be something we should look at. He should be Matic's successor right now. We should be looking at that as a potential thing. And if we don't long term, I'm going to be very frustrated with Ollie now, because he's just experimented with it and it didn't fail. His experiment didn't blow up in his face tonight. So I would try and look at this a little bit more long term and give him a few more games in this position and see how it goes. And if it does blow up, then so be it. It wasn't meant to be. But I would like to give it a shot, because I think it could be a really useful thing for this, and it could save us a lot of money, and it could prioritize signings like Sancho in the summer, which would make life a lot better on the Glazers, which we never really want, but at least we'll get what we want at the end of it. So maybe this could be a solution for us. But tonight, I think you guys did touch on all of it. There was just a decent performance from Axel. One thing I don't quite like about him just yet is I don't think his passing is complete just yet. I think he needs a bit more work on like his shorter passing and his just overall vision when he's playing that slightly more advanced DM, because he actually needs to be somewhat of a playmaker when he's playing in that position. And it's just a little frustrating to see chances go by. But I get that he's out of position, so I can't really be too nitpicky about that. So yeah, I'm just gonna agree with him to 6.5.
I really wish that fucking goal went in.
Yeah, no, if he has it in him, yeah, let's try it, you know. And I think, to be honest, I just don't see him ever growing into being a DM for a club like Manchester United. But he could be a decent backup to whoever we buy, or you know, at the moment, for short-term wise, we could use someone who's a bit better defensively.
Fred and Axel would be quite something. I don't know why. That just sounds like a real engine of a midfield.
It does actually.
Testing that. Yeah. I'm really down for testing.
But it won't be. It's going to be Axel and McTominay.
But yeah, anyways, there was your man of the matches. 2 for Matic. I gave Tonzeri man of the match. Really, honestly, that goal. That was a goal. In my head, that was a goal. Lindelof, fuck you, Tonzeri. I was so gassed. I was so happy. I was so, you know, I was just so happy. Mason, oh lordy. What do I have to say about Mason? He started on the right, they never went down the right. For some reason, we are forcing the Dan James thing. Then he came to 10, and then striker, and then 10, then striker, then 10, then striker, then 10, then striker. In one shot. What I love about Mason recently, again, it's just the same things with Mason. When he's on the ball, he's skillful, he's a danger. He doesn't have that goal yet. And it's just the only thing that's really bothering me at the moment. But other than that, I really can't fault Mason. But however, yeah, quiet game for Mason, to be honest. Quiet game for Mason. I think I'm just going to give him a 5, to be honest. Just below average for Mason. I don't really blame him. Like I said, they didn't go down the right wing at all when he was there. Then you got brought into 10, and then that's not anywhere near his position. So.
Yeah, no, 10 is not acceptable. Like, I understand him on the right. We have so many players who have to accommodate in the 9, and I want him there, but you know, what can we do? And on the wing, at least he kind of knows what he's doing, even though he's score more than assist. He's gotten better in that department. But 10 is just violating him, honestly. It's not his position. And and yeah, obviously that played a part in his performance. And yeah, he's always good on the ball. He always looks like he's skillful, he's energetic. But then because he's not really been playing in his position, and today even worse in the 10, the final product is not there. It really isn't. And I feel like once he establishes what his position is, which is striker, and plays there consistently, we'll see the best of Mason. But yeah, I'll have to agree with the five.
Yeah, I think it's that kind of dry right now. When we're taking off a 10 and not replacing a 10, it doesn't make logical sense. And then the Martial chop and change with him, just nothing happened until we had a proper player that could play there. And short
These four players got violated by Ole today.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
to an extent, definitely.
But yeah, clearly.
Like I don't really like this formation anymore because of the 110 thing. Because I feel like it's a bit one dimensional.
I despise the 4-2-3-1. I despise it, but you know.
Why are we playing 2 box to box and creativity from both them a little? I feel like that's easier to balance until the depth of your club. Doing this when Bruno's out, we're finished.
Well, Bruno is late in this thing.
We're
Yeah,
finished.
that's Bruno is late in this thing. But yeah, Clay, you're
So
saying
it's
about
a
Mason,
problem.
the Bruno replacement. Yes.
Bruno replacement was no one. We just added another wide player. That's all we did. We literally had to make shift to 10. It's just very frustrating for Mason and Martial, for the both of them when they were interchanging that position. Just nothing got done until we brought on someone that was comfortable there. So again, as much as I don't fault Mason, I don't think we're seeing the best of him right now. He's still showing that energy that is there. He's still showing his drive to want to get into the box, to get those shots away. But it's just not culminating to anything right now, and it's just very disappointing for the past 2 weeks, I feel. It hasn't been good enough. It hasn't been up to Mason's standards, so I'm going to go with 5.
It's unfortunate for Mason. But I think he will be back to normal as long as he plays consistently in his either the right wing or striker. I think, either one of those positions are okay for young Mason. And, it is what it
I
is.
feel like we need to take more risks. Like, I feel like I understand playing 2 CDMs and Bruno and like Man City, but I feel there's a whole lot of games where we just be playing 2 players attacking in the midfield and just have one hold.
Mm-hmm.
And that way, I feel like we'd get more in terms of creativity.
We would.
But Ole's adamant in his 4-2-3-1.
We can evolve, we can change formation in game.
Exactly.
I know it's a groundbreaking discovery, but we can't do it.
This next one I despise with all my heart. Rashford came on today. He came on today. And he might as well just sat on the bench because I can't tell you one thing Rashford did today. I'll be honest with you. Yeah, the free kick. Yeah, there was the free kick. They went wide, and yeah. I think just like Mason and everything, Rashford, you were left for dead, my boy. The guys behind you, I don't know what is going on. United was so bad, you got dominated. So I'm gonna give you a 5 as well. Not your fault. I'm not blaming you, Rashford. I'm not gonna say nothing was extremely disappointing for me today. Just got thrown under the bus today, boy.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna take deeper than it needs to go, but I feel like Rashford is a weird one. Is it more Ole's fault or is it Rashford the way he plays? Because I feel like he's not a kind of player you can completely rely on. You can rely on because he gets the goals, but a player who only does well because of individual brilliance is a bit risky because there'll be some games where he can't do that and then he becomes absolutely useless. So I don't know who that's on. Should Ole be drilling him more and saying, do this, stand here, pass here, which I feel like they've done with Dan James. I kind of see it a little bit. But I just don't know who to put the blame on. And it's a problem because there's games like on the weekend where he just looks like everything he touches is magic. And there's those games where, dude, what are you doing? He's just taking up a space in the left wing. And today it just looked like he came on for like a photo camera.
Yeah, he came on because it's his 50th anniversary.
There was nothing. So, yeah, I love Rashford. But, I sometimes think to myself, as much as I love him, he's from Manchester, that whole, as much as I love that, maybe a Jack Grealish on that left wing, I do wonder that sometimes. But, yeah, I'll have to agree with your 5.
I tell you what, boys. I definitely don't love Rashford like that. If Grealish comes, Rashford, you can chow at that bench. It's okay. I can't lie to you.
Issue is, it's Oli at the wheel right now,
Exactly.
and we all know Grealish is chowing bench for Rashi if that happens. And that really sucks, because again, Grealish adds a completely different dimension that Rashford will ever get to his game. we've seen Rashi in very small glimpses become as creative as Grealish, create as many openings, just create as many chances in general. It's not something he does. And I do think you hit the nail on the head by just saying Rashi is quite literally relying on his individual brilliance to make something happen. Because it's like an out of this world cross that sets Martial free or something. Now he's 1-on-1 and then he gets an assist. It's never quite, we're going to play a nice fancy 1-2 and then we're just going to create a clear cut chance. It's not something that's brilliant from the halfway line and we're
That's
just
the
going to run
thing.
through the
Nothing
entire
that United
team.
does is systematic. It's just
It is.
moments of brilliance. That's what it is.
Yeah, and we rely on that very much, and that's why Rashi is such a key element in this team right now. But if we added a super creative left winger like Jack Grealish that can score goals as well, we would see an entirely different United going forward, and it would be very, very scary to face. Because then we're not relying on Rashi just to get lucky and somehow dummy 3 people at once and just put one past the keeper. We're not relying on that. And tonight, it felt like we were relying on that. We were relying on Rashi coming on, doing what he did against Leipzig. We're just going to hope for a hat trick just to magically appear out of thin air. And today, it was just a fantastic free kick. I love that free kick that completely destroyed the keeper. But I genuinely didn't see Rashi past that. He was just on the field occupying space. That's the best way to put it, like you guys said. So, only for the reason that he played less minutes than Greenwood, I'm going to just give him the 6 and just go, it's fine. We move.
No, I can't.
Rashi needs a
He shouldn't have
season
played.
bib.
I said
Bielsa
he
is not.
shouldn't have played today. He shouldn't have come on. It was a waste of a sub.
Okay. Man needs to stop watching
What is
the
he?
round. You know, I think
What
he's
is
a
he?
winger. This is his position.
Is
He's
he?
an inverted winger.
Is he a
100%.
striker who just needs to work?
Inside forward.
Who needs to work
Yeah.
on his? Okay, I guess. I don't know what is. It's not really.
He is
it's not
Son
really a
2.0.
position.
This guy.
It's
This
just
guy is
fine.
Son
Yeah.
2.0. Yeah.
It sounds like a system position. You know,
It
like,
is.
You
And
know,
if
he's
you're
only
not
gonna
correct
work.
system, it's not going to work. 100%. 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like into the let's say left wing and striker, which one do you think he
Left wing.
is? He a striker who needs to work on his hold up? You know, he needs to work with his back to goal, or is he a left wing who needs to work on his football intelligence? I don't know, because I feel like you could be a striker and just work on that. You know, in a positional sense, stand here, do that with your back to goals, your hold up much better, and then maybe that's his future at Manchester United because he is a goal scorer.
He is a good
I
man.
definitely think there's a discussion in that, and I think we can maybe have another show on that. But I personally do think Rashi is an in-between between the two. That's why inside forwards have been birthed into this world at this
Yeah.
point. So I can't really say he's one or the other. He's kind of just in between, and we can always dive into that
Yeah.
deeply into another one.
Exactly. So it is what it is. Anthony Martial today, I'll be honest with you. I thought he was going to bag a goal today. I had glimpses of moments today where it was the Martial I know and love. You know, the hold up was there now and then. He did that, you know, that famous Martial where he takes, when there's a defender on him, one touch, bang, oh, and then so unlucky not to get a goal today. So unlucky not to get a goal. But I thought it was much better from Martial. I think again he got violated by Oli. I think he's been violated. I feel like he's heavily disrespected in this team. If I was Anthony Martial, I would consider a move away from Manchester United for my career. I love Anthony Martial. He's probably one of my probably in my top 3 or 4, top 5 favorite players at Manchester United. But things are not going his way. Really, things are not going his way, and you know it's unfortunate. But today, better game in general. I thought it was average. I'm not gonna gas him up too much, so I'm just gonna give him a 6. But I thought better from Martial today.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot this guy can offer. He could be a world talent, and maybe he does need to leave the club and go discover somewhere else. I don't know. Maybe it'll be better for both clubs. Maybe we get someone different. I don't know, but I'll still put a hope that he'll get out of this rut and start scoring goals again.
Also,
And today,
I love him too
I
much.
don't
That's my
know.
problem. I love him too much.
He was just average, really. I didn't see too much that was amazing, and he will always have the whole up and all that. But I don't know. I'm not sure where I stand about Martial at the moment, to be honest. So I'm just gonna give him a 6.
Oh, 6.
Yeah.
Thought I had a 7. I was like, okay.
Sadly, it's just been the story of the season for Martial. We hope he gets out this rut. We hope he gets out this rut. and it just hasn't come into fruition at all. So I think tonight it was a lot better of a showing from him. He looked like he actually was putting that effort in that everybody's been criticizing him for recently. He's actually been doing the yards. He was trying to get more involved, and he got quite a few shots away. And I'm quite surprised he didn't walk away with a goal today. So I have to just go with 6, unfortunately, for him. It could have been a better performance tonight. It could have easily seen him.
That's the thing.
grab
We
one
all
or two.
love Marshall. I don't think there's not any one of us who dislikes Marshall, but
You know,
yeah.
I think he's also a bit of a system player like Rashford. Maybe he's just not right for Ole. Ole maybe just needs someone
You know,
who's a bit
yeah,
more
that's the thing though. I honestly
and
feel
last
like
season was a
if
fluke, and we have to
Martial,
discuss Ollie out.
yeah, the thing is, you know what the thing is though with Martial, I still stand by it. If Martial was put into Liverpool's team, no, I'm not saying like you need that type of team, but even if you just get some of the chances that Firmino gets at Liverpool, people are gonna be guessing this guy up like no tomorrow. I would back him to score those type of chances. He just never gets it. All his chances he creates himself, and all the other chances
to be
for
honest.
Rashford and to Greenwood get created by Martial doing his work in the middle. So
Yeah. To be honest,
he's
as much
not
as
a
I
bad
criticize him
player.
sometimes, you put him in that Liverpool team. I don't see him being overshadowed too much by Salah and Mane. Honestly, I think he'd flourish there. So maybe he needs that because there's a lot of players here where I feel like, as much as I love my club, I'm being held back by this club. Paul Pogba's one of them, and Martial is another one. And I think if they go to a more stable club, probably be one of the best players, some of the best players in the world. And we probably just need something that's straightforward. World class finisher, stays in the box, gets the positions right, and yeah, maybe Kane's too expensive, maybe Haaland problems there, but maybe something straightforward like that.
Andre Silva.
Okay, so
Gas on the Portuguese man. Let's go.
yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't think there's any player that can get me as depressed or as excited as Martial. Not even when Bruno does his Bruno things, gets me as excited as when I see Martial cutting down the wing. Martial is the most exciting player, bar Paul Pogba for me, that's in this team. When he's on the ball, I'm like, what's he gonna do? What are these two players gonna do? Because I know they're magic. They're freaking magic at times, So, and they're my two of my boys, Martial and Pogba. So.
I'll take him at passing. I won't lie to you. I think he'll work well in that system.
Okay. It'll be nice. It'll be nice. You'll get your second Thierry Henry boy. Don't worry. Speaking of Barcelona, Messi. Some say he is Messi. Diallo. I'm generally joking, but yeah, fuck United because the amount of chances they could have gave the ball to Diallo today, but they didn't want to. I don't know why. They just didn't want to give him the ball. But when Diallo is on the ball, guys, the close control and his feet are, there's something special. There's something special there. There's something special. The man dribbles like there's no tomorrow. It's almost like a baby Martial, He dribbles so well. He puts people on their ass, His passing is so good. You can see there's football intelligence in him, and it's just frustrating when he doesn't get enough of the ball, especially for how long he was on today. He was on for like 30 minutes today, and they still didn't give him enough of the ball. So obviously Diallo, we're gonna see a lot more of Diallo. Hopefully, this is not the end of Diallo, but yeah, he needs to get the ball more. I think I don't know why United avoided him like the plague, but from the glimpses he had the ball, he's a special player. I can tell you that much. I don't need much to tell you. I told you last time, Shortire was nervous and scared as fuck, but today Shortire was a completely different player. He was positive. He was blitz. The pressing was good. He was on the ball. So Shortire was a lot better today. Same with Diallo. In the moments or glimpses you get, you can analyze a player, and I can tell you what, because Diallo is something special. But he didn't do that much, so I'm also just going to give Diallo a 6.
I heard that, what's his name again? Maguire compared him to, and yeah, I can see that. But more so Mars at Leicester. And when he said that, I realized what is missing with the Mars at Man City that I haven't been able to put my finger on. It's the it's really just get the ball and do whatever he wants and dribble. I don't think he has that at Man City. I think Pep is very
Pep will kill him.
down with his philosophy.
Yeah,
As
Pep
you
will
said,
kill him,
get the
yeah.
ball possible, get the ball possible. It's all about that. So I feel like he doesn't get that freedom. And I think he's like Mahrez at Leicester. He's a dribbling wizard. They used to call him the wizard. And I want to see more of that. But I think I saw today what I kind of used to see with Green on his first season sometimes, just disappear in that right wing. I don't know if that's lost to him, or I don't know if you can say. I think it is that. I
They
think he
need to
wasn't
build the
getting much of
trust
the ball.
also.
And if
He
he
needs to
did,
build the trust as well. So
yeah, I think he could have created more chances. Yeah, so I'll agree with the 6, which is good considering he
it's
came on
good.
in the second half and all that. And for his age, it's a good rating.
Yeah, he's looking really sharp. And I just got to get to first. This is my man of the match, 10 out of 10 performance. The other is fantastic, and I just want to see more of it. And yeah, it was really good for him, in all honesty. And I do want to just see him grow. I want to see him play in like a game like the Crystal Palace game. I don't necessarily want him to start like the Chelsea games around the corner. I do want to see him play more so in a low block game where he can get his dribbles off, where he can try and make space. I think that could be very vital and could see us push forward just that extra gear when we're looking for a goal. And he's going to be a fantastic player. All of us, I think, can see that. He's got way too much skill. He's very fast, and he's willing to take on that responsibility with the ball. He's willing to drive at players, and yeah, I just want to see more of it. And I guess today I can't really say he got lost mainly because I was looking for him. I think that's kind of the issue with him right now. It's like all eyes on him.
All eyes, yeah, on Diallo
Yeah,
as well.
it's very all eyes on him, so I can't really go he got lost there, and I do feel like he just was neglected a little bit just because I was watching him like you were. It just, I want to see more of it. And again, just touching on short sides, this man is really quick, and I wanted. I'm glad he got his debut out of the way. I think that's the best way to phrase it. Just get that nerves just shaken out, and then he can just start playing his game. Because when someone like Diallo's in the team, it's all eyes off short side, and that's great for him. And it looks like he's going to be something really good. I don't know if he's going to be quite Diallo level, but I think he could be a good contest. It could be a lot of fun seeing these two grow up at United.
So what you giving Diallo?
I was going to put 6. What else can I do?
Yeah. He's what he is, yeah.
Yeah, it is what it is today.
Diallo, Diallo. I can't wait to see more of Diallo. I just want to watch Diallo play. I'll be honest, I just want to watch Diallo play. I tell you, I don't want to see a lot of this. I tell you, I don't want to see a lot of. Like, I wish he didn't come to the grounds because he makes me want to. Honestly, he's so lucky he got that triple goal. So lucky because I always think about it. Whenever I'm mad at Oli, I'm just like, I try to be a bit nice. He got this triple, I try to breathe a little bit, but this fucking guy gets on my balls. He gets on my balls. Yeah, he gets on my balls. Tactics. What tactics? What tactics today? No tactics. Team selection. Put a team that's strong like that and still get nothing. Poor. Then your substitutions. Oh my life. Oh my life. Then the 90 minutes. In general, we have to watch that. Lord help us, boys. Lord help us with this guy at the wheel. Look, he violates so many players. It's disrespectful, actually. So you know what? I'm gonna violate him. It was not good enough. A 0-0 was not good enough. I'm gonna give him a 0. Ollie did nothing. He did absolutely jack all for me. Nothing.
Nah, I agree, 100%. To be honest, we should have rested Wan-Bissaka. We should have rested Bruno. Should have rested Dan James. James might be injured now because of Ole.
Yeah, yeah.
We should have rested Rashi. We weren't good enough on the ball. We played basically our first thing. We still didn't win. So I'm gonna give him a 1 for a clean sheet.
I thought I was gonna be bad today. It's just, no, it's fine. Okay. So right now off the bat, I just have to go. I think a normal is all right of a result. I'm not too upset about it. But again, we were at Old Trafford. We did have a 4-goal advantage. We could have completely taken the piss and gone all out of attack if we really wanted to. And that's more or less the United way. Let's be real here. Like, to be United, we want to thumb teams, put them in their place, make other teams go. These guys could win the trophy this season, and we need to look out for them. Because right now, a 0-0 at home against a team we just beat 4-0, that's not making us look very threatening, in all honesty.
Yeah.
And tonight we also went in underestimating them. We completely thought they were just going to be just as shit. We had no clue what they were going to do, and they actually simplified their play. like I thought they would, that this 20-year-old on the internet could tell that they were going to fix some
We
of
all
their
could tell.
issues.
Even our
and
first
actually
preview in our first leg, we all said don't sleep on this
Exactly.
team.
And now, after they had a shit first leg, we go, oh yeah, let's go have another shit second leg. It's fine, we don't have to worry. And guess what? They turn up and they nearly get a goal. They got a pen. It was
Man,
very
that
late.
pin went in. Oh, I
Yeah,
don't dread to think.
infuriating.
I don't dread to think what happened.
Yeah, exactly. Because as soon as they get that one goal, I think it's late for us. That's the issue right now. We're very, very lucky not to concede. And yeah, I didn't like the starting 11. I fully agree with the rest things. And we even had some youth on the bench with, I have no clue how to say his name. It's Gabrielef, that guy.
Yeah, I know
The
what you're talking about.
Him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have liked to seen him play or something, because we're stuck with Matic and Fred basically in our midfield. It's like, let's just bring in the youth up. Why the hell not? And we're supposed to be youth-centered. We're supposed to be starting Shortai. We're supposed to be starting Diallo. This is the game to do it. We're 4-0 up. You can take the puss. And I don't know why he wouldn't.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm just very disappointed. And I think he could have just managed this game a lot better. As much as I'm okay with the result, I do think him as a manager should have done better. So I'm going to go with a 3.
Best part.
Yeah, and I think today we got away with it because they're not good enough in the final third. Other teams won't, We're gonna get to the semi-final again and get knocked out. by
Yeah,
a
that's
stronger
why.
team.
That's why I don't want to play a
Because-
Premier League team in the next round. I really don't want to play a Premier League team in the next round. I feel like we're gonna get
'Cause we're not-
smacked.
We need to play football. Like we need to get better at holding the ball, creating chances. Freaking Manchester United, and Ole needs someone to hit. Okay, no, we're not gonna condone violence, but
Just a light tap.
but something needs to happen. We can't be trying to win the freaking Europa League by sitting back. What the heck? Like, who are you? It's absolutely unacceptable.
Yeah, I think we've said it all, boys. We will see you guys very soon. Probably the same day as today because the video will go out today, and then later today we'll have to do the Chelsea preview, which is the big one. The big one. This was more of a chilled out. Just have to sit back and watch United, see some of the youth. So we'll see all of that, and we'll see you guys very soon. But if you are new to the channel, do subscribe, do smash the like, do comment down below your man of the match. I'm surprised no one gave man of the match to Bai because I won't lie. If it wasn't for Tuanzebe getting that goal, I would have 100% given it to Bai. But yeah, let us know who your guys' man of the match is. And yeah, from us, the RDA guys, we'll check you in the next one.